So I'm Dr. Rupesh Ghyar, and as I said, I'm from IIT Bombay. There's a center called Biomedical Engineering Technology Innovation Center. The center primarily focuses bringing doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, and investors together for indigenous development of affordable medical devices. So probably you'll be surprised why again an odd man engineer is in a medical conference, but this is a close relation is the medical device. Now, this lab, which is there, the Betic Center, is actually a brainchild of Professor B. Ravi. He's an institute chair professor of mechanical engineering. And we are supported by state government and central government funding bodies like RGSTC, DST, BIREC, and ICMR. So let me give you a brief background that why medical device innovation. As you must all know, 80% of medical devices in India are imported. And why we should be focusing, we have a very strong reason, because we are not developing our own medical devices. Then we started analyzing why we are not developing our own devices. So we realized that from any problem or unmet clinical need to reaching to a practice, a device which has been developed, there are 4 valleys of death which we saw. So most of these valleys of death, if you see, the first one was about getting a problem, defining that unmet need, and then converting into a proof of concept, which is POC. A lot of people were able to do, but we realized from proof of concept to prototype, the valley becomes larger. A lot of people were not able to convert into a functional prototype. And from a prototype to a product, again, a lot of people were not able to convert a prototype into product. A lot of academic centers are able to do, prototyping centers are able to do the first valley or the second valley of death. But we realized that the third valley of death, where you convert a prototype into medical grade product, was something which was missing in the country. And that's why probably we didn't have a lot of devices. Then there is a larger valley of death, which is product to practice, manufacturing license, regulatory clearances, clinical study, mass production, distribution, investment, which takes even more efforts to make sure that the product actually reaches the desired people or intended user. Bottom line, you'll see a terminology called TRL, technology readiness level. In perspective of medical devices, TRL1 means you are at an idea or a concept stage. 3 means you have a proof of concept. 5 is where you have a functional prototype. 7 means you have a tested device. And 9 means your device is already in market now. So we realized that there was a lot of gap between TRL 4 to 7, where prototype to product was not being able to convert. So we thought maybe Betic can focus on that. And that's what we've been trying to do is, can we convert medical discoveries or academic discoveries or research into a functional device to a product is what we are focusing on. We, in the process, we developed our own process called Betic process for medical device innovation. It's a 4D process, simple to remember: define, develop, deliver, deploy. Where the define part, where we interact with the clinicians, doctors, physicians, surgeons, understand the unmet clinical need. Develop is more the engineering side, where we actually come out with novel concepts. Deliver is more about the testing, evaluation, clinical studies, and deploy is where actually it reaches back to the patients or the hospital, including the business strategy, business plan, and the startups which get formed. I wish I would have loved to call all of you to IIT Bombay to see the center, but here is a glimpse through pictures. We have electronics prototyping room, plastic prototyping, metal prototyping, pilot manufacturing. And we also have a human gate lab at MGM School of Physiotherapy, which is probably just an hour distance from IIT Bombay, where we can do human movement and mechanics study also. So this is an essential ingredient for conversion of ideas into reality. You need good facilities to convert your ideas into prototype. That is what is the reason, the process which I mentioned. We have also created a good pipeline where hackathons we conduct, where problems are identified, and doctors who float such problems, we collect those problems. Potential innovators or engineers who want to develop such solutions, we bring them together in the hackathon. As we speak, today is our second day for the medical device innovation course, which we this is our 7th course, and there are 13 teams. Each team has 1 doctor, 1 mechanical engineer, 1 electronics engineer, and 1 from interdisciplinary group, who have been put together, who are developing live problems. They're solving live problems and developing innovative device solutions. This is a 1-month course, and they've just started. Then if they further are interested, then we offer a fellowship at Betic. And we also hold our own exhibition. One will be on 2nd October, this coming month itself. And after that, you take it the journey to a startup or a scale up to industry. So this is typically from a medical bedside to engineering bench to business to bedside, typically takes about 2 years for a low class, low risk device. These are the hackathon pictures where doctors, engineers, all of them you'll see mixed together and developing devices. Uh, this is the medical device innovation course, which I mentioned. It's a 5-stage course, 4 weekends. Again, the photos that you'll see, the ties that you'll see in the pictures, the people wearing ties are doctors, then behind them there are engineers who are working on the live problems. So for last 7 years, we have been conducting this course, and a lot of people come together, develop innovative, creative solutions. So what we have been able to develop, so you'll see that there are about 450 unmet clinical needs that we collected from various doctors, physicians, clinicians. We developed about 250 proof of concepts and about 50 functional devices, prototypes to 50 patents, which we have filed. And about 16 devices have been licensed to startups, which means those innovators have started the companies. What names that you'll see in red are the Indian startups which have come out of this network, Betic network now. And it is possible to innovate in India. It is possible to develop these devices, whether it is from glaucoma screening device to smart stethoscope, which some of you may have seen instruments, meditation devices. We have started working very closely with Indian industry, where they have come for developing devices with the Indian industry. So we're trying to see if we can create this ecosystem of innovative medical devices in the country itself. These are what we call our happy pictures, where each picture has an engineer or an innovator with a doctor and a patient, where these devices are actually being used. So just to give you a glimpse that it is possible to develop innovative medical devices in India and commercialize, and actually those entities exist and they reaching the people it was designed for. These are some of the events where we showcase our devices. We do product launches. We help these devices reach the people it was designed for. Some of the coverage which these innovators and these devices have been, you must have been hearing through newspaper. However, just to summarize, what we've been able to create is an ecosystem where government, academia, industry, and hospitals, we try to connect. Government from various bodies, academia, various engineering colleges, various hospitals that you'll see, and industry, startup or medical device industry. We try to connect these along with the incubators, NGOs, media, and investors. So this is what is a Betic ecosystem. Betic is now at about 15 places in Maharashtra, 15 cells in Maharashtra itself that has grown as a network. These are some of our happy visitors who have visited Betic, and we get a lot of international visitors, national visitors, where we've been collecting goodwill, wisdom. How do we improve our own processes? We are an ISO 13485 facility. This is my last slide. We have also published a book. Professor Ravi has penned down a beautiful book called The Essence of Medical Device Innovation, which talks the 16 steps of innovation through 16 stories for 16 devices. And that's our website in case you want to connect with us further. But thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity. Really appreciate. Thank you for bringing me to the stage.
Thank you, Dr. Rupesh. I would like to remind that Dr. Rupesh has created more than 21 medical advices. So we are very thankful to you, sir.